Excellent. That's really good to know that we are protected by the Constitution, but the lawmakers themselves, the politicians, are like trying to convince us that what they say is in fact the way that it needs to run. And this is the great big challenge that people are wondering about and are very concerned about. I guess I'd like to start then, Paul, by exploring in terms of employment. This seems to be the biggest one that many industries, trade unions, etc., using the term such as mandatory vaccination in order to keep your job. Now, first question would be to ask you, and then is to ask, are these legal? Are they enforceable? And do we have any legal stance to defend off these situations? What does the average person to do? What can they actually do, please?
I think my view is this is what I would do. So again, for any other person listening, everyone has to make their own choice. But this is my view, for example, in regards to work. If I had a job and they were threatening me, as I've seen occurring now with a lot of nurses and people in the construction industry, all kinds of things going on in the country in different states and territories. My view is this: 5123A, section 5123A of the Constitution is they cannot enforce any kind of medical mandate. Now that's been in place, well recognised at law, I think, since 1946. Again, you can talk to legal professionals about this, they'll tell you the same. So you have a right that they cannot enforce any of these things upon you or make you do them. So what the government appears to be doing is they're trying to make the businesses force something upon you which you have no constitutional right. So everyone can constitutionally challenge that. And a lot of people are very fearful of the legal system, but it's not something to be feared. I've self-represented on many occasions in many different matters, and helped a lot of other people too to empower them. But you can take out legal actions. So you raised first, Jason, about I suppose enforcing injections for people at work. Now, if they say that they're threatening at the moment with a lot of nurses to cut them off of their work, I don't believe they can. If they do that, right, that's actually, that is in violation of the Constitution. They stand to get sued by a lot of people, and people can take out civil claims. Now, there are risks involved with this, but if you're a property owner, if you've got no assets, you're in a much more powerful position, strangely enough. But there are a number of organisations running class actions as we speak, and there are actually actions going on. If you go and I went on the online registry today and put Mr. Brad Hazard, who I fondly call Health Hazard, and a lot of others do. But you go there are so many cases running against this man. And there are people challenging these laws everywhere, challenging these public health orders. So they're already on foot in the court system now. But everyone has the power, and everyone has the power. You can take out a civil claim that the Discrimination Act protects against these things as well, that you already mentioned, Jason, the Federal Discrimination Act, Privacy Act as well, offers people protection. So anyone can take out lawful actions. And the way to do that is with a civil action is by a statement of claim. You can go that in the district court or the Supreme Court. It's not a hard process. You can even in some cases waive the fees, or at the very least remit them. It's about a $690 fee in the district court. It's more expensive in the Supreme Court. And the district court's got a limited amount of money you can go for. I think the limit's $750,000, whereas the Supreme Court's unlimited. But there's a whole bunch of legal professionals that can help guide you with this, or there are actually a bunch of paralegals like myself. There's a national alliance of people that can help people with the information they need to teach them how to run these kind of actions themselves. But my view is everyone should do this. They should challenge these things lawfully, because unless they do, they're going to keep just trying to railroad people with this kind of stuff where they don't have the power. And we, unfortunately, a lot of people in this country have had it very easy, and I mean no disrespect, but this country's had it very, very easy for a very long time. And you've got to realise that your democratic rights are something you actually have to fight for, and it's becoming very, very clear that you do. So, and when I mean fight, I mean lawfully fight. You have to assert yourself lawfully to challenge these things. But there are mechanisms available for people, and a lot of them, and they should not feel disempowered, because we do have that Constitution. It's strong, it's been in place for a long time, and it cannot just be railroaded, and people should not allow it to just be railroaded.